hopscotch game is weak, but supposedly Kendrick Lamar's music game is strong. The Grammy-winning song Not Like Us, a diss track against his longtime rival, rap superstar Drake. Some say accuses Drake in that song of being a pedophile. Lamar also performed that song at this year's Super Bowl halftime show, you may remember. The biggest audience of all time. 135 million of us and all around the world watched that performance. Now, in January, Drake filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group, which is Lamar's and his, Drake's, own label, accusing them of prioritizing corporate greed over the safety and well-being of their artists after they released Kendrick's song, Not Like Us. This week, Drake amended the suit, claiming millions who viewed the show were duped into believing he's a pedophile. The lawsuit reads in part, "It was the first and hopefully the last Super Bowl halftime show orchestrated to assassinate the character of another artist." You know that famous line from the song, A minor, A minor. I thought it was about the chord. Now I'm told it's a double entendre. That's French. So, does he have a case, and is this a real beef? Why isn't he suing Kendrick Lamar directly if it is? Let's bring in founder of Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee, who will help me with the beef part, and legal analyst Misty Marris, who will help me with the law part. Thank you both. So, what's the beef between these two? How real is it? How deep is this? What do you think, Jason?
Well, when you talk about beef, I think about a time probably you remember back with Tupac and Biggie. That was a beef that led to the death of both rising superstars in the 70s, where the music bled into the streets and then literally the streets bled, right? This is the resurgence of what hip hop should be. I think Kendrick Lamar has lit a fire under the culture's butts, for sake of lack of better words. I think it's phenomenal for the culture. I think it's phenomenal for hip hop. I think the sad part is you never think you're going to have an artist get sued because they give you what you gave them. Remember, Kendrick and Drake were going back and forth with songs. This one just happened to hit harder and stick. And the masterful presentation from Kendrick as an artist has, with the double entendres, as you mentioned, with the visual aids, with bringing Serena Williams and SZA, two alleged exes of Drake's, into his performance in front of the world. I mean, it couldn't have been done any better, and it's excited me, actually.
Wait a minute. So do you believe that this is pageantry, or do you believe that this is punishable?
I think this is art. This is literally what hip hop is supposed to be. And typically when you've seen these type of going back and forth, it ends up in this dramatic, violent way. This has not been violent to anything other than Drake's ego. I love Drake. I've known Drake before he was a rapper, before he was famous. I love the superstardom he's been able to amass over the years. He is a creative genius, and he's always going to be one of the top 5 hip-hop artists of all time. Unfortunately, his ego cannot deal with the fact that he has taken the biggest, fattest L that anybody has seen in years. And there's actually an interview he did with Angie Martinez when she was on Hot 97, where he was saying, oh yeah, Kendrick, if he wants any smoke, let him come and get it. Well, he heard you, he came years later, you got it, and now you can't handle it, and now you're in court. I can't even tell you what this is, Chris.
Well, I got to tell you, Jason, I appreciate the context. Thank you. And the compliment that you go Tupac and Biggie with me. When I think beef, I go to Cuomo D. That's how old I am. When you said, well, beef, I go to Cuomo D, Big Daddy Kane, and LL. Ladies love Cool James.
I don't go that far back, Chris. I'm sorry, I don't go that far.
I know. That was very nice of you, Jason. So, Misty, on the legal side, 2 questions. One, when does a beef become a legit cause of action? And 2, why not go after the artist?
Yeah, so not the first time a beef results in litigation, but let's start with why not go after Kendrick Lamar? Well, it's because of what we just talked about. They're exchanging barbs in their songs. Drake calling Kendrick Lamar somebody that was domestically abused his girlfriend in one of his songs. So there's the doctrine of unclean hands. Also, so much deference to artistic works. It would be a difficult argument. So he's going up against the record label, and it's about distributing and promoting material that the record label according to Drake, knows is false and defamatory. So it's a bit of an uphill battle because of that deference to creative works. It's also the actual malice standard when you have a public figure. That's why you see so much about what they knew that they're exploiting him in this legal complaint. And the third, that it has to be stated as fact, not something that's an opinion or something that's a hyperbole. So those are some of the challenges. But this supplemental complaint, Chris, it's so interesting. It focuses on that, now iconic Super Bowl performance. And Drake's team says the exclusion of the term certified pedophile at the Super Bowl in that performance, because he wouldn't have been allowed to perform it using that language, actually proves the point that it's common knowledge that calling somebody a pedophile is defamatory. So they're using it to bolster the case. And they did have a legal victory. They're getting some discovery. A lot of these cases get thrown out at the pleading stage. But again, uphill battle. But this could really test the limits of where the First Amendment and defamation lies when it comes to rap beefs and other musical art pieces.
He's gonna have a problem showing that his own label wanted to hurt him because they would only stand to lose. Anyway, Misty Marris, thank you very much. Jason Lee, appreciate you both. Rebirth and renewal. Best for the holy days. And when the Diddy trial starts, I'm going to call on you both early and often. Please be there for me and for the audience. God bless both of you.
Always, Chris.
We'll be right
back.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.